Hi, so this is a demonstration of the user registration process and the login. So we create a new user, Jack Mo. It doesn't matter how you write the name of the user here because the first letter will be capitalized before it's saved in the database. So we create a new entity which doesn't exist. We can check that from the database here. We don't have any entity named Hope here. But because we're creating a user that represents this entity, the entity will be created at the same time. Hope.com. Yes, here, let's say this is the username, the work email. And let's say it is from Australia. Now submit. And this takes us direct to the login page. Now we can check that this user and the entity have been inserted into the database here. So we have Hope, and we can also select from vetted users. So we have this user here in the our user table. So with the work email we entered, we can log in. This is because for now we've not decided if we will have two separate processes for the registration and the application. And if we have a different process for registration, maybe that's where we decide to have to add the password, or if we stick to one process, the application, and we need to add the password field for that. But for now, I'm just using the email jack.mo@hope.com. Now, assuming I made a mistake here and I input a wrong email, it doesn't work because there's no user with this email. So I log in and notice we have a welcome message here for this user, and also the items here have changed. Now I want to also try accessing the internal page without having logged in. So I just logged out and I'm trying to access the internal page. Because this page is protected and this user has not logged in, so the permission has been denied. Login now. Okay, so I'm going to try to create a report for this user here in the internal page. I'll try to create a new report. Add a new report. Let's say it's from Facebook. Now I know I've with another user without when I was not recording, I created a report with this URL sample.com, and as of now with the HTTP and without the HTTP they look, the application doesn't treat both as the same, which should be. So this is something I should work on. I know if I input the sample.com it will be rejected, so we can try that. see the message here. The report with the specified URL already exists. But if I add the HTTP here, it works because I've not specified that these two are the same. But for now, we just move forward. Success. So this report has been added for this user here. I will add another one, let's say from Google, and sample content, for example. I also notice that the appeal here is locked because we've not specified the platform decision yet. Okay, this one also just added here, and I'll add the third one. From Instagram or LinkedIn. Let's say this information. Submit. Okay, so all these reports here, we should now find them in the database. Select everything from report, where reporting user check. So we have all the three reports with a timestamp and everything. Now, when we were saving the report here, we did not specify the name of the user, the report date. All of that was automatically generated for us by the application. So we have the timestamp, the reporting user, from which we can get the reporting entity, as we will see in the data inside page. We have the platform name and all the other information we input. Now I'll try to update some information here for this report. Let me try to update it. Okay, all of this we already have. Now I'll try to put the platform decision demoted, and notice that now we can select this one and policy X. We can add any other information we want. Confirm update. Now we can close this one. It has been updated. We can do the same for this platform decision demoted. I can also add this one here, and from my understanding this should have been generated by the app, but we've not had any we're still waiting for more explanation, more clarification on this one. So let's say it's 2024 05 05. And I also think it's a good idea to add a constraint here that this date should not be greater than today's date. Confirm update. Okay, so now we can check from the database that we have these updates already, which is the case here. Now we'll try to delete some reports. If I haven't selected anything and I try to delete the report, I get this message here. Select a row first to delete. Now I'll select any reports, this one for example, and delete. I get to confirm that I really want to delete it, then yes, and I also delete this one, and yes. So now I only have one report left. Yes, only one left here. Now from the data insight page, although when I was inserting data I didn't specify the reporting user or the reporting entity. This is for some reports I made earlier on. We can see that this has been inserted for us, the reporting entity and the reporting user's name, because this information can be easily obtained from the other tables. If you know the user, automatically we know the entity they're representing. So That's it.